Alright, figured I'd make this video, show you how I'm winterizing my Travato. So just to catch up, I started working before I videoed, so I'm going to catch up on where I'm at. So I took the seat off the water tank, kind of exposed that. I've got it completely unbolted and pretty close to disconnected. You can see right here, I've already laid a 3/4 inch layer of EPS foam on the floor. And I've got my rubber mat still sort of placed on top. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that or not. I'm going to do a new vinyl floor on top of everything, and I'll show you that in a later video. But in any event, I'm getting ready to insulate underneath this water tank and around the tank, and I'm rerouting the plumbing pipes. So here's what you got. For some reason, Winnebago takes this roundabout way of getting their water in to the coach and to the pump, and if you download the diagram you can see exactly, or after a few minutes you'll figure out how it's done. But in a nutshell, what they've done is on this side you've got the two lines coming in, which are the tank fill and the city water. City water comes in and heads over this direction and tees in. It goes then over and under the coach and back over the water pump. The hot water line is this one here, and it's going back underneath the heater, back over to the side, going under and back over to the water pump. The fresh water line actually works as the return line when you're on the water pump for the water to come to the water heater. So it flows both ways. Under city water, it goes in here, goes this direction, and also goes this direction to feed goes all the way around until it goes back into the water heater. And so it goes through its pressure regulator and its drain valve and its pressure relief through this check valve and into the water heater. So you got to maintain the connection for this line to feed water back to the water heater from the water pump if you're not on city water. I know that sounds confusing, but it took me a while to figure it out. So here's what I've done so far. I've taken the city water line and I've put a ball valve in here, so I can shut that off so there's no water exposed out here at the edge of the coach where it's uninsulated. You can see where I've gone ahead and insulated that wall with rock wool, but you see the lines coming up right there. And then what I'm going to do, or what I have done, is I put this T using the shark bite fitting in right here. This is going to end up being my hot water line, which I'm going to run back along with these other two back over to the water tank location where I'll keep them above the floor. Then I've got to make some other changes in here. I've got to go ahead and put a ball valve in here. I'm going to leave this line because it also goes to a drain. So I'm going to go ahead and put a ball valve here, and I'm going to go down underneath the side of the van, and I'm going to cut off the line that runs and cap it that runs back to the curb side. So this will still function as a drain if I need it to by opening this valve. I've got to probably have to cut back this plywood a little bit so I can get in here and cut this line off and put a ball valve in again, so that I have a drain line if I want it. But we'll see. I'm gonna end up tying in, basically, if you see where this elbow is right here, I'm gonna make that a T, and then this is gonna run this way too. So I'll have the city water, the hot water, and the tank fill line all going in this direction. I've also, as you can see, I've insulated underneath this. All this was just raw, bottom of the van. So I've got some foam in there. I'm going to go ahead and do some additional sealing between the boards, put some additional foam in over here. I'll get it taped up. You'll see what it looks like, but getting this all insulated as well as I can. So now back over here, those lines are going to run through the floor. They're all going to run over here, and then I'm going to cut out the foam, and I'm going to run them directly across to here and into this cabinet, into the sink cabinet where the water pump is. And I've already figured out how I'm going to tie everything in down in here. Kind of stick this in. You can see where the water pump is. It looks like a hodgepodge of stuff, and it is, but you can figure it out. I'm going to be able to tee everything in, bypass everything that goes down through the floor. You can kind of see where the stuff's going down through the floor right here. I'm going to get all that cut off so there's no pipes running underneath the van. Everything's going to be in a heated space. And then, again, that is the metal of the van. Wonderful insulation job that they did. This is supposed to make the van warmer, I guess. Amazing. So we'll do a serious insulation job, get that all sealed up. Back underneath the sink, I don't know if you can see from the video, but gonna have to insulate, and I've gone ahead and taken this cabinet apart to expose everything. I can see all the lines coming through. We've got a plan of attack there for how I'm going to get all these lines protected, and I'll have to get more heat in this cabinet, so probably going to put some additional vents down in here to open this up so that we get some better air circulation in here. I can always leave the door open if it's really cold, but the goal is going to be to get that all, sorry about the mess, is get that all really protected, insulated, and show you some more as I add some videos to this. The other thing I've got, of course, is huge wasted space underneath this raised floor area. So I'm trying to cut into that, maybe pick up some of that space, somewhat like the storage compartment that the Fit RV's got. That's it. So I'll go ahead and get some additional piping done, and then I'll go back and explain kind of what's happened.